Guys, can we talk about what is going on in the world of tech? Elon Musk has been Elon Musk. His first day in the office, Elon Musk entered the office with a sink. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jadesola for anyone who's new here. But for my returning subscribers, it's been a minute since I dropped any videos. I have not been able to record in the last I think 2 weeks, but yeah, I was in a funk, but I hope I'm back now. Today we're just going to be talking about what's been going on in my life and some things that has been going on around the world as well. So there's been a lot of tech layoffs, there's been FTX issues, the crypto world crashing down. There's just been a lot going on. The autumn statement for the UK has also been released, and taxes are going up. Different things are happening in the world, and yeah, it's just been a lot. And those are some of the things that we'll probably be talking about today. So you're going to be hanging with me as I try to tidy up my apartment. I sometimes, no, that's a lie. Most times scatter my house to the point that I'm wondering if at any point in time someone came into my apartment and scattered it, because this cannot just be me. So I feel like when my house is this disorganized, I'm not able to focus, or I just feel like it's also a reflection of how chaotic my life is. Just in case you're hearing sounds and everything, it's just me moving things around, probably washing plates. Just bear with me. So I had my very first virtual masterclass, and it was amazing, guys. When I tell you that I felt so good delivering this masterclass. One of my friends had reached out about some training they were doing for young people and who were maybe about starting their businesses, and I was engaged to speak to them about how to structure their business, as they're starting out. And I think I had way too much fun, and I think it also got me thinking about how much I love to teach, about how much I love to share my experiences in a very raw and unfiltered way. Because sometimes you speak to people who are running businesses and you only get snippets. It's almost like you hear about the beginning and then it just skips to the end, and then you don't know what has gone on in between. And I remember that when I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel, my primary focus or niche, so to speak, that I thought I was going to focus on was talking about my experience with being a startup founder of multiple startups. And unfortunately, that has not been the case. I'm not even sure that I've scratched the surface on some of the things that I hope to share with you guys with regards to that part of my life. After the masterclass, I started to feel that maybe I got distracted by other things, and even though I still enjoy the topics that I talk about, because I've always said it, that I would not share anything that I have not experienced or that I don't know who has experienced it firsthand. I don't want to just go and read up something somewhere and come and regurgitate that back to you guys. I want to be very authentic in anything that I talk to you about, my experiences, my investment options, how I am going about my life, the mistakes I am making, the lessons I've learned, and so that it can help someone that is probably going through a similar journey as me. I don't want to be caught up in the whole algorithm of, oh, this is how you're meant to do it. Because I started to feel somehow that I was feeling a bit stressed out about recording, and I'm like, it shouldn't be that hard. And it actually wasn't that hard in the beginning. I was having so much fun recording on YouTube, and then all of a sudden it started turning into a second job. So that was really good. I think it helped me to start to put some things in perspective. Although I haven't really made up my mind on how I'm going to handle some of the things that I came up with in terms of new content for the channel. I don't know if at this stage I want to mix my business content with this current channel, or if I want to start a new channel and then just put those content there so that I can continue to use this channel to just talk to you about things like personal development, career development, personal finance, and things around my life as an immigrant here in the UK. So that's that about my speaking engagement, and I think that it's just opened me up to so many opportunities that I feel like maybe I should probably be taking up as well, in terms of speaking at events or talking to people about my past experiences as well. Guys, can we talk about what is going on in the world of tech? I can't remember the month that this started, but this year has been something else for the tech industry, but mostly like big tech companies. And there's been a lot of layoffs. I know that a lot of people might just be wondering if it's still a good time for them to try and get into tech. And the honest truth is, yes, it's still a good time. But I'm not gonna lie that some of the numbers have not been scary. 10,000 there, 11,000 there. And everyone that people think that they are immune to recession or taking such drastic decisions are the ones that are actually at the forefront of laying off their team, from Facebook to Google doing a hiring freeze, to Twitter laying off a lot of their staff as well. And speaking of Twitter, Elon Musk has been Elon Musking. I think that's the one that, out of all the things that has been happening in the tech industry, the whole Twitter saga is the one that everyone is really curious as to how it's going to end. For anyone who's not familiar with what's been going on, so recently Elon Musk bought Twitter. Now, he bought Twitter for about, I think, $40-something billion. And I think after he had committed to buying Twitter, he realized that he had made a mistake and then wanted to pull out. And then the case was going to go to court, and then he decided to go ahead with buying Twitter. And his first day in the office, Elon Musk entered the office with a sink and then tweeted something around, let that sink in, something like that. And since then, it's just been like some sort of, I don't know, comic relief for the people in the tech community. Just a lot of memes going around. Anyways, he decided to lay off about 50% of the workforce. And the manner with which they were laid off was just something that a lot of people did not find funny at all. The way the mail went out. Some people shared the emails they got online, maybe some with Elon's face on it. For some people, they talked about the fact that the letter they got was not even personalized. It was more like a generic email to anyone who was going to be fired. Anyways, he fired people, and then the world started to talk. And then last week, he also came up with another email and said, basically telling the remaining staff at Twitter that things were going to change and that Twitter was going to be a new company, so to speak. People would have to maybe return to work. It's going to be core engineering focused, the product team. They will still have some work, but it's just going to be mainly focused on the engineering team, and people may have to work longer hours as well. And he literally gave his team an ultimatum, basically telling them that if by 5 o'clock they feel like they would not be able to work in Twitter 2.0, that they should just quit and then take 3 months severance pay. And then anyone who wants to stay behind must abide by the new rule in his dispensation, so to speak. And I think that sort of backfired, and lot of people, and from what we've heard, like almost everyone in the core engineering team opted to take the severance pay. And there was even rumor going around that the only set of people, which is less than 300 people that are left in Twitter right now, are mainly people who are possibly immigrants whose visas are tied to Twitter. On one hand, I feel like the only person that knows what he's doing is Elon Musk. And in as much as maybe some people might think that he's crazy, I think that the things that are happening at Twitter right now are being orchestrated. And I don't think that there's anything that is happening by accident. I am not sure, I may be wrong. This whole thing is still unfolding. And I feel like if truly they are being orchestrated, I think that he may have a plan as to how he's going to make Twitter bounce back. He's making some moves that not everyone is agreeing with. Trump's account has been reinstated on Twitter. So many things that he's just doing. On the other hand, I feel like most of the people that have been laid off of Twitter or any of the tech companies, I feel like they will be fine for the most part. Although I am not so sure if a lot of tech companies that would be willing to hire them will be able to pay as much as people are earning in tech companies nowadays. I think that maybe most companies are even feeling the recession more than they are letting on. And they are just looking for how they can cut costs at all levels. That is one part. At least if you're not going to make more money, you should be looking for how to reduce your costs. On another hand, I feel a bit sad for the people that remain in Twitter if truly the reason why a lot of them are still there is because their visas might possibly be tied to Twitter at the moment, and they have to endure, what everyone has painted as a really toxic environment right now in Twitter. And it started making me feel a bit lucky that I am also an immigrant, but I am on a visa where I do have a choice. I really hope that for people who truly don't want to stay, that they find organizations who are willing to sponsor them and then they can get back on their feet. Now, let's talk about crypto. I don't think I want to talk about crypto in particular. I think that I want to talk about something that I've seen in terms of, I know I haven't been on YouTube for a long time, but there's some things that I have seen in terms of how people believe everything that they hear or see without feeling the need to do any form of research on their own. I know that at this point in most people's lives, they are looking for options, ways to invest their monies, businesses to start. And what they're not realizing is that, yes, there are financial gurus online. Some people have first-hand experiences in investing their money and giving really solid advice. Others have just maybe read things online and they're not things that they've done themselves, and basically just share with people what they have read online. Now, I don't blame anybody that has a financial channel or spoken about some type of investment to their audience, while I'm not absolving them of their own responsibility to make sure that they are not misleading their audiences. I think that for anyone who's listening to content around how to invest, places to invest, businesses to invest in, I think that they have a lot more responsibility to do their own research and invest in only the things that they understand. And that is one of the things that I have seen. I have seen people who, instead of going to do their own research, would prefer to ask questions and then just take only the information that they have been given without going to do research. And I did see a lot of backlash online directed at channels that have spoken about crypto in the past, specifically telling people about how they can invest with FTX, the crypto exchange company that recently went bust. And everyone was just really blaming those channels. Now, FTX was sponsoring some of the content on those channels. These people were obliged to talk about crypto. Regardless of whether they were paid, I still believe that the people that have invested, they have a responsibility to do their own research. Personally, I don't invest in anything that I don't understand. I also understand my own risk appetite, so I wouldn't do anything very risky. I also understand how I earn my money, and I know how hard I work for every single penny that comes to me. I am not playing around with my money. Any money that I put in any kind of investment portfolio, I am very careful. I do my research extremely well before I start to invest. And sometimes I also don't test the depth of the water with my 2 feet, which means that I may just put in a little money that I feel like if I lose it, it wouldn't kill me. Put those kind of monies inside such investments while I try to understand them. Otherwise, I would look for other options to invest in. At the end of the day, we're just trying to make money. If a platform is promising me that it would appreciate by 10 times in 5 years, for example, and I don't feel comfortable investing in that asset because I don't understand it, I can potentially think about what other thing can I invest in that I understand, and how can I make that thing to give me a 10x figure in 5 years as well. So there is no one size fits all. I know a lot of people have lost money, and I know that some people have been misled by some internet gurus and stuff. I feel like those channels also have their own responsibility, but I think that bulk of the responsibility is on the people that are putting their monies in things they don't understand, or putting all their eggs in one basket. Even when it's something that you understand, it's very important that you diversify your portfolio, because even the things that you understand may fail at any point in time. And the rest is on you to make sure that you are doing your research like you're meant to do, and don't blame anyone at the end of the day if things don't pan out. Now, we haven't heard about any sort of consequence for how much money the FTX founder has lost. It's in billions at this point, and it's crazy. But for anyone who's put their money there, I really hope that you get your money back, and I hope that you do also have maybe some backup somewhere that can potentially help you to cushion the effect of the loss that you may just have incurred. Finally, guys, I really have to go and clean my house at this point. I think I just got into the whole conversation and I forgot to clean up as I'm talking to you. I would like your opinion about, would you like me to share some business tips and stories on this channel, or do you think that I should start a separate channel and start to put some of the content around business there so that it's not diluted, and then we can just maintain this channel to continue to just talk? So please share with me some topics that you think that I should talk about. If there's anything that you want to know about me as well, you can ask, and then I would see if it's something I'm comfortable sharing on my YouTube channel. I will share with you as much as possible. I want to be as transparent with my audience, but if I feel like maybe the information is not something that I feel comfortable enough to share with the public, then I probably may say no, but I'm open to ideas. Basically, that's the space I'm in. And thank you very much for watching my videos and just supporting my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.